First, we are going to create a new iMachining operation. All the examples have the same depths and will use the same tool. For each geometry example, we will simply copy the operation and define the next geometry. The first example will be a simple closed pocket. Using constant z, the geometry will be closed. For each operation, we will rename the operation with the geometry type. For each example, we will simulate the wireframe toolpath in HostCAD after the calculation. Also, I will point out some of the iMachining techniques on the different geometries. On this closed pocket, iMachining will use the helical data from the operation to enter into the pocket, followed by a morphing spiral to the outer edges. By clicking Save and Copy, a new operation will be created with the same settings and will be opened. For each example, while finding geometry, we will select a configuration that was already set up with the different types of geometries. This example is of a closed pocket with island. Once again, constant z is used to close the geometry. In HostCAD, we see the helical entry followed by a moat to separate the island from the remaining material, where a morphing spiral can then be formed. This example is of a closed pocket with multiple islands. There are 2 islands in this example, but an unlimited number of islands can be defined. Each island is separated when encountered. This example is of a closed pocket with entry geometry. By right-clicking on the geometry name and selecting Mark Chain as Open, this will inform iMachining that this geometry is for entry and is not an island. Any shape can be used as entry geometry. A morphing spiral is formed from the entry geometry to the outer walls of the pocket. This example is of a closed pocket with entry hole. This shows how to define an entry hole that was drilled. Marking the entry hole as open allows the tool to feed down in the hole. It is important to note that if the pocket has a flat bottom, the hole should have a flat bottom also, since the tool will be fed down to the bottom of the pocket. A contour operation can be used to remove the drill point from the bottom of the hole before using iMachining. This example is of a closed pocket with island and entry hole. The island is separated from the remaining material. This example is of a closed pocket with multiple islands and entry hole. Both islands are separated as they are encountered.